All right, sorry, I just realised that I stuffed up a piece of footage explaining initially what I did with this jumper, the inner child jumper, but because I'm still weaving in ends, it's hanging out here in the lounge room. But basically, as I said, I used the soldatna pattern as a base because I'd made that before and it fitted. And I also threw in a few different charts from other places, like the Strange Brew ebook that I purchased. It's got a few different small Nordic charts that I could fit in there. And but because when I was knitting, this was the stressful time the last 2 months when I was using this as a stress relief. But what I did during that time, I wasn't paying attention, obviously. So when I went down here and started to break for sleeves after that last yoke bit, I clearly didn't break in the right place, and I've never done that before. So what I discovered was all these lovely short rows I did here, which should be the back of the jumper, are now on the side. So my inner child said, no, I don't want to undo all this hard work that I just did. So, and that's the beauty of this, because, I mean, if I had been a bit younger and a bit more anal, which I probably was in my early days, a bit more perfectionist, like Sarah from the Netherlands, he does a Sarah podcast. She says she's got that little Miss Perfect in her, and we probably all have that one somewhere. But that's the beauty of getting older. You're sort of starting to let go of things. It's like that Frozen song, let it go, let it go. And, you know, I could have frogged all of this hard work, but I said, no, I don't want to. And what I decided to do was obviously fudge. So I couldn't change this. This is the short rows from the back. But isn't it interesting now? I might have created something here. You've got this asymmetrical, unusual detail. It still fits all right. I mean, if you get too close, you might say, oh, look what she's done. You know, she's stuffed up. But because I wanted to do what I wanted to do, I left it. Now, having said that, I realized all this drops flora here, you could, if that was just left without anything there, you would have seen instantly that that's the back and that should be at the back. So I decided to try duplicate stitch, which again I've never done before. And what I did was go into YouTube and look at Very Pink, the tutorials from, is it Very Pink Knits? Very Pink tutorials. And I just had a look at duplicate stitch and how that works, which is very easy, and thanks to her tutorials. So in order to deflect from my errors there, I decided to do duplicate stitch in a contrasting colour. Sorry, I'm bumping you everywhere. And at different rates and heights and things to give it a bit more interest. And also here with these charts I used from the different charts that I use, I also didn't do them correctly, like some of the points should be going the other way down. So to make that a bit more balanced, I decided to do some duplicate stitching up this way to counter that. So in the end, it's not a perfect jumper, but I think it's quite wearable. It works well. I've still got to do some ends, and I have blocked half of it, but not finished it. And one more thing was that I actually fell in love with this flea stitch. I mean, I didn't do it for the soldatna top that I made, but that flea stitch I just think is gorgeous. And I used this light green, it's a hand dye yarn called Eucalyptus from an Aussie dyer, which her name evades me now, I'm sorry about that. But I just wanted to do a duplicate stitch all through the jumper, all through the sleeves, and I've got a few things to fix up here and there, a few little holes and things like that. But overall, I think this jumper turned out all right. So I'm really pleased with it, and I think I'll get a lot of wear out of it over the winter months. So